I think now is as good a time as any to introduce our first ever guest on Lockdown. You know, in 20 years, when we're getting like 10 million viewers every week on this, we're going to look back and go, do you remember who the first guest was?
It'd be a quiz question.
Yeah, exactly. If you are on TikTok, which I know a lot of you are, if you're on TikTok, then a lot of you will know this person. I'm going to put them on now. If you don't know her by sight, you will very shortly know who it is. So here is our special guest. Say hello, everybody, to Kelly. Here's Kelly.
Hi, I'm just doing a TikTok.
Hey!
Oh, blimey.
So, Kelly, as I said before, if people have got TikTok, they very probably recognize your face. Just in case they don't recognize your face. And I know you're not a one-trick pony. No, this isn't a performing monkey thing. But I just need you one sentence so people know exactly who you are.
One sentence or the whole thing?
The whole thing.
Go for it. I want to hear it.
Oh, I've heard it that many times. I think I forgot what it is.
Just say it so we can get it out of the way.
You might have heard the interesting TikTok video of show me the life hack that you randomly saw one day that is now an unconscious standard practice in your life.
I'll go first.
Nice. That is tremendous. So
that is me.
Hello, everybody. We've got loads of people loving it already on Twitch in the comment section. So yes, our guest, our first on Lockdown Lock-In, is Kelly, who on TikTok is the Life Bath. So hello, Kelly. How are you?
Hi. Nice to have me on. It's nice to do something a little bit different. I'm loving this format. So yeah, thanks for having me on.
No problem at all. As always, we have the first question we have. As always, I've done it again. As always, on every single episode of this so far, that being one, my first question has always been: we're in a pub, even though it's a virtual pub. So we're in a pub. The first question is, what are you drinking?
Well, I'm drinking Brewdog. You can see it on there. And just a punk IPA.
Oh, look, you're just already way cooler than me. I've tried my best with IPAs. I really have, but it's not for me. Anyway, Baz has outdone me because he's got the proper glass, but Baz and I have opted for the black stuff in honor of St. Patrick. I'm even wearing, not that you can see it very well, I'm even wearing the greenest thing I own.
Yeah, I should have walked.
Go on, Kelly.
I'm saying I should have probably put some green on as well. I'm not drinking Guinness. I'm not wearing green. I'm not very St. Patrick's Day special, really, am I?
I was wearing a kilt earlier, though.
He was actually. He was wearing a kilt, and he could. But now he's completely naked down. So
there's an image that nobody needs. So yeah,
let's not stand up there, Baz. Okay, beautiful mental image. So Kelly, yes, obviously we started by you saying the have been echoing around everyone's house since I looked at it the 28th of December.
Yeah.
So through your side, talk us through your experience and your side of this literally TikTok phenomenon that you have become.
Well, it was just a bit strange. So I'd seen on TikTok how the trend of that show me so people could do stitches. So I know that had become a trend. And then in my usual trying to think of content to put on TikTok and trying to think of something interesting, it's usually the ones that I just have a split second thought of that are the ones that I just record and do well. So I was having some crisps and dip over Christmas, and I have always done that bowl with the martini glass or wine glass in the top of it. And I thought, this will be a life hack thing. So I'll just quickly film in the kitchen, show me a life hack that. So the whole point of it was just saying, like, if you've seen a life hack that isn't a normal way of doing something, and now it's just the only way you'll ever do something. So that was the whole point of it. And then it just, it within 20 minutes, it started going crazy. So if you ever had one of those videos on TikTok that is a slow burner and then you finally sort of get to quite a few views, but this one was one of the ones that within sort of 20 minutes, it was on 20,000 views, 30,000 views. Me and Tom kind of will watch a program and I'll like put my phone down. I'll be like, let's guess how many it's on after that. And it was just nonstop, just kept going up and going up and going up. So I've had a couple like that, but this one is the first one that's gone completely crazy and that the like papers have got a hold of and everything, because that so many people got involved in it. That was the only reason.
That's insane. I mean, I was looking at it and the numbers are just ridiculous. It's had nearly, is it, that sound has been used, is it 10,000 times now?
Yeah, so that's just the sound has been used 10,000 times. And then there's stitches, like I get notifications of like stitches nonstop all day. But I don't think there's a way of being able to see that on TikTok of like how many people have stitched it. But yeah, but my video, I was talking about this today. So my videos, I think, got about 4 million views, I think it is.
6 million. 6 million.
6 million. That's the last time I looked at it. I'm sick to death of it. So
yes, we've done our research. You're the first guest. We've done our research. We won't be this prepared now.
So yeah, so 6 million views. But some people that have used the sound have had millions of likes, millions of views on some of their videos. Because it's strange just hearing my voice over the top of every single one.
And you know, it's not an exaggeration to say that tens of millions of people have either seen your face or heard your voice. So whether you like it or not, you are an actual TikTok phenomenon. I think it's a and it's I think it's a toss-up between you and that woman who says what video lives in your head rent-free. Yeah. I think it's a toss-up between the infected got into people's brains so much over the past 3 months. So congratulations.
Well, yeah, it's a bit strange. But yeah, and that's the only problem with having such a viral video and a viral sound is that people will let you know if they don't like the sound of it. So that's always the fun part of it as well. But yeah,
I mean, in all seriousness, if you put yourself out there on social media and things like that will happen. I mean, I saw this is sort of my FYP. A girl came up doing an impression of you, basically saying she was really irritated by you and all this kind of stuff. And I saw you'd commented in there, and I was just like, she's definitely sat at home and gone, oh, notification, who's this? Like, oh my God, she's seen it. I'm really embarrassed now.
So there was loads of shitty comments on that. And one of my friends had tagged me in it, and I was like, oh, it's just a shame of the types of comments that are on here. And then she'd replied just saying, oh yeah, sorry, I didn't mean it or something. And then I'd done a completely different video, and she actually came into my video and was like, I'm really sorry if you thought that was like someone's reported it and it's been taken down. I was like, that wasn't me. Like, I was just like, whatever, it's gonna happen. But yeah, someone apparently reported it for harassment and bullying.
How strange was it that you opened up the discovery page and the first photograph with you on there under life hacks?
Yeah, that was weird being on that page. Like, I got loads of messages off people saying, have you seen you're on the front page of the Discover? And I'm like, this is just and then once it started appearing in like the Daily Mail and the Sun and like Lad Bible, and then people kept tagging me in videos on Instagram that I wasn't tagged in, or it was the stitched videos or the sound videos, but it was my voice over and over again. I was just like, is this you? I'm like, yeah, but the video's not mine. Like, it's just my voice over the top of it. So yeah, it just kind of went everywhere.
See, you've gone viral beyond TikTok now. I mean, that's all I was talking about it earlier, is that, I mean, I had the one with the when I did the deliberately doing things to irritate people.
Yeah.
I mean, Lad Bible got a hold of that, and I mean, that's had like 10 million views, but that's all been on Facebook.
Yeah.
And it was like, I was quite happy building a decent sized account on TikTok over here, nice and quiet, where none of my mates could see me.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, taken over to Facebook, and I was, I'm not so keen on that now. Do you know what I mean? Secrets out.
I don't read the comments on anything that I don't have control over. So BuzzFeed have just recently done a video. TikTok themselves shared my video on their Facebook page, but they'd done a mashup of like loads of the sounds, but they kept my voice in it. So it's 3 minutes of me just saying that over and over again. And like I actually went into the comments on that one and was agreeing with everyone, and they were like, "Oh, I need to mute this," and I was like, "I know it's horrendous. Why?" So all they've done is just mashed a load of videos together and put it on Facebook, and I was like, no one needs to hear that over and over again for 3 minutes.
Oh man,
are you
honestly?
Go on, Baz. Are you going to be slightly apprehensive when you once lockdown's over and you get to go back into Newcastle again? someone's bound to say it to you when you're out.
I would find it very strange if someone in like the real, because I know that like you don't realize that I've got like 149,000 followers now, which is just mental. But in my head, like if I was out and someone went, "Oh, I follow you on TikTok," I would just think that's just hilarious. Like that, just no way. So I don't know if that's going to happen. But I suppose these followers are somewhere. They live somewhere, don't they? So
I was going to say the same as Baz, that at some point you'll be in a supermarket or you'll be in a pub or something like that, and people might not recognize your face because unless it's been stitched, if it's just the voice, but someone's going to be stood chatting to the mate, and you're going to ask for a drink at the bar, and they're going to go, "It's you."
Show me the vodka. Show me. Hold on a second.
I had that. I was at a sportsman's dinner years ago, and I was stood next to this guy, and he ordered a drink at the bar. And I was like, I recognize his voice. And he was a sports commentator off like the radio or something like that. Yeah. So didn't have a clue what he looked like. But as soon as he spoke, I was like, wow, hold on a minute. It's you.
Yeah.
Right. Cool. So, yeah, we've got a bunch of comments. So if you've got any questions for Kelly, drop your questions into the the chat room is working. We just so engrossed in our lovely new guest. That we didn't say. So Chapo says he loves you. So we love the life bath. Well, sorry, I said he. I don't know why I've thrown a pronoun in there. Show me a life hack. So people kind of guessed it was you before you came on, which is pretty cool. Aren't you a super recognizer, Kelly? Is what we're being asked as well. So
yeah.
Can you
talk us through that?
Talk us through that.
I bet I know that because you've told me. Yeah. Because me and Kelly go way back. We go way back before we were mates since way before she was life hacking. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Before she was TikTok royalty, we go way back. We've talked about this before, that you are a super recognizer, because I've been terrified of taking you on again in the quiz because of that. Talk us through what it is and what is it and how does it manifest itself?
I don't know. It's just this weird talent that if I see a face, I never forget about it. I'm just trying to.
I'm just using our graphics. I'm just using our graphics for the first.
Amnesia Blow. I've never heard that name before. That's. But by the way, Amnesia Blow is my lovely husband.
Okay.
So.
There you go.
Oh, the questions are going to be good.
I was going to say the irony of not remembering the name of somebody who's asking you, aren't you a super record?
Yeah, no, Amnesia Blow is my husband. I've always had this just weird talent that I never ever forget a face, and I can if I see someone for a split second, I know who they are. And it's like lots of strange things have happened where like I could see the back of someone's head that I maybe haven't seen since school in like 20 years, and I'll know straight away who it is. People in movies and films, like someone would have like a tiny bit part in something, and then they'll show up in something else, and I'll know I'll know who they are. But I think the funniest story of it all is we were in the Lake District. So, two stories. The first one was we were in the Lake District and I walked past a shop, and just in the corner of my eye, I saw someone and instantly just didn't even look at them. saw them out of the corner of my eye and just looked at Tom and went, "That's Jason Orange from Take That." And he was like, what? And then I just turned around and it was Jason Orange from Take That. I just saw him like from the corner of my eye, like for a split second. But then also in the Lake District, we were crossing a road late at night. It was raining and this car just drove past me. Just like I waited in the road, it drove past. And I was like, I know who was driving that car. I am a super recognizer, but sometimes I also am rubbish with names. So I'm just like, I know who that person is, but I can't tell you what their name is. So this just random person in the rain in the dark drove past and I was like, who was it? And me and Tom went for a meal and literally spent the entire meal of me going, I think he's something to do with sport. I think he's on the BBC. And like I had to like sit the entire time like Googling BBC sport presenters, everything. And then I finally realized that it was James Cracknell, the rower. So and I was like, why the hell would I recognize James Cracknell, who I didn't even really know who he was, drive past me? So I tweeted him like there and then and said, if you just drove through Ambleside, and I thought, he's never gonna reply. And then he replied and tweeted us back and said 20/20 vision. And I was just like, how on earth did I just do that? So yeah, that's my funny story whenever I talk about my super recognizer skills is
well, there's always a risk with that he forwards that straight to the local authorities to try and get somebody to get a restraining order or something. It's a bit close, isn't it? So right, we've got another few questions for you. We have got here we go. Let's bring the graphics up. So Gillian, Jill asks, what hack have you tried but was an epic fail?
So I did a TikTok about it and had to take the TikTok down straight away because I had seen one on my feed, like one of the ones that someone had mentioned, and I thought, oh, I'll do that. And it was like, you know, the reed diffusers that you get that have the reeds in and they've got the oils in and they make your house smell nice. Well, someone had put on that if you put like Zoflora or like one of those nice smelling disinfectants in there and then put the reeds in and put that up, then that's amazing. So I did that and put a TikTok up, and then just got loads of comments saying this is so dangerous. You shouldn't be inhaling disinfectant. Like, about like the 10th comment of like, this is like highly flammable. This is really like, you shouldn't be inhaling this. I was like, yeah, I think I better take this down and then like put my weird disinfectant reed diffuser in the bin. So yeah, that was probably the most epic fail.
Sorry, I just realised you were saying about the diffuser. Me and Mike were both going yes, like we knew exactly what you were talking about. Hadn't got a clue.
I don't know exactly what a reed diffuser is, mate. I think they're crap, but I do know what they are.
Well, it's just me then.
So our next question is from Jen, and she says, "Who's your favourite TikToker?" Now, apart from the obvious, us two. Apart from us two, who's your favourite TikToker?
Yeah, who would you push?
Oh, I don't really know. Like, there's that many. I might have to get my phone out because, like I say, I'm great at remembering names, but I don't remember. Faces, but I never remember names. A few of like the big Canadian ones I love. Like they're the big accounts. Like, is it Chris and
Call Me Chris?
Yeah, Call Me Chris and Spooky Boo.
Yeah,
I love both of them. I'm really good. So I don't know if you've seen The Folding Lady.
Yes, I follow her. She's amazing.
Huge. Well, me and Sophie we've never been real life friends, but me and her were friends on Instagram before either of us joined TikTok. So we became friends from Instagram and used to like message sometimes. And then I joined TikTok, and then she joined TikTok, and we started talking like when we were both had hardly any followers. And then her account just went absolutely crazy. So I love watching her.
I think she's technically I think she's technically a modern day witch. The stuff that she can do with folding clothes.
Yeah,
it's unreal. It was and do you know what? I see them all and I think that's incredible. But I'm pretty sure I've never tried any of them. Just because
I find them really therapeutic to watch. Like I love watching them, but yeah, like I don't fold clothes and I don't do the towels or anything. So yeah, I'm a bit rubbish at actually doing them.
So we got another one from somebody. I'm pretty sure we haven't heard from this person before, but Amnesia Blow.
Amnesia Blow.
Which of your TikToks are your favorite?
Top 5 or top 3 up to you. Oh my god. Does he want me to just say all the ones that he starred in? Is that what?
You know him better than I do, literally.
I think some of my favorites. I don't know. Like my Amazon ones do well, but I think that right. This is the problem. My favorites are actually the lip sync ones, but they don't do well on TikTok anymore. Like lip syncing on TikTok. People just don't get very many views on it, but that is my favorites to do, like Friends ones. And me and Tom actually did one from This Is 40 months, like the first lockdown, which was a really funny like duo one. But unfortunately they don't really perform very well on TikTok anymore.
My favorite is your
sorry, go on, Baz.
I was just saying my favorite obviously is the one is it McFly the concert?
Oh yeah, no, it's Scouting for Girls.
Scouting for Girls.
Yeah. Tom loved that concert. Have you seen that one, Mike? I only recently put it up, so you might not have seen it. But it's
I don't think so.
It's an old video of me and Tom at a Scouting for Girls concert because he bought me tickets for my birthday and I made him come with me. And the video is like me, like yeah, dancing, and then it just turns to him and he's just like the.
But it's not just you. There's 5,000 people behind you all going crazy, and there's Tom looking like he's having the worst night of his life.
Yeah, just hating it. Absolutely hating it.
Quite possibly was. I find that as well. The favourite ones of mine, I don't know about you, Baz, but the favourite ones of mine have never done anything. I mean,
exactly.
Yeah.
So a couple of mine have got over like 200,000 views that I like. You know, it's a couple of my favourite ones that I think that's brilliant. This will fly and all that kind of stuff. The ones that do really, really well are the ones that come and like just surprise you.
Yeah.
So I'm not saying like sometimes I just don't put any effort in because it'll fly or it won't sort of thing. But sometimes they'll just come as a real surprise. It's like one of the ones of mine. The doing things to irritate people. Just I was making my son a ham sandwich, and I just thought I could slice this in a weird way. Why not? And I just got the camera out, filmed it, and it was like there was no thought to it. I was making the sandwich anyway. I sliced it in a weird way, put it on, and I think that's at 3.5-4 million views now, and it's just kind of. Whereas the ones that I've spent ages as scripted, I've done 3 remakes of TV shows, kind of spoofs of TV shows, and I know Baz likes them and I love them, and it's just they take ages to script, to film in loads of different locations, to edit down, put it up. You've gone 2,000 people watched it, and don't get me wrong, I'm grateful for 2,000 people because if you'd have said 12 months ago 2,000 people will be interested in watching your stuff, I'd been buzzing.
Yeah, it is. Who?
No, you Karen.
But
sorry, my was just a bit jumpy there. Yeah, it's funny. Like I've got one that I've been planning for 6 months, and I just haven't got around to filming it. And because I've been, like in my head, I think it's hilarious, and it's going to take a bit of time and a bit of editing to do. And I just know that I'll put it on, it'll get like 100 views, like, and because I've built it up far too much. But the ones that I just like pick up my phone and just go, oh, I think this is quite funny, and go blah 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 blah, and then they're the ones that do really well. So.
If you imagine I'm sitting here listening to you talk about your videos, and I'm thinking 45 minutes, 10 minutes. I spend hours making the things I do.
Those are incredible. But yeah, you must take a long time to do them. But they're so like immaculate when you do them.
But the thing is, I've had similar successes with things that have taken me 10 minutes, and I kind of go, oh no, what am I doing this for? Don't get me wrong, I'll do it because I enjoy it, but it's when you spend 3 hours doing it and then literally like nothing happens with it, you're like, oh well, I'll start again tomorrow.
Yeah.
I don't think this comment is going to take long to discuss, but from certain angles, my hat looks like a Dirigiballo wing, so it's worth highlighting. There you go.
I didn't see it, now I do.
No, you can't unsee it, can you? I'll get. if Emma's watching, I'll get her to bring her. See, Emma's got some of those blue glasses, and they look like Deirdre Barlow's glasses. So when she's finished on her call, I'll get her to come in. So I'll complete the look. So I've got something I want to do. Thank you for that. We'll talk more about you, Kelly. But I want to. There's something I want to do because obviously it's St. Patrick's night, and got something a little exciting thing I want to try with you all.
We should have got a drum roll for
St. Patrick's night. Yeah, it's St. Patrick's night, and on St. Patrick's night, Emma and I would usually have a glass of champagne or a glass of prosecco or something like that, with a tiny bit of green food colouring in it, so it's basically green champagne. So I wanted to do that tonight, but unfortunately, we don't have any prosecco or champagne in the house. I know it's criminal, especially the amount of it I drink. That is criminal, but we don't have any in the house. So I came up with the idea of doing this morning. So we do have some white wine. It's okay. It's on. It's not TikTok. We can advertise it. I do have some white wine, and I do also have a soda stream. So I've never done this before, but it's worth a go, right?
This is Irish champagne.
I'm going to give it a go. I know. Look. I know. Proper wine buffs are going to be hating me for this, but and I know that prosecco isn't just a quite good quality white wine thrown through a soda stream. I know these things, but I just wanted to try it to see if it worked.
I've done this. Don't put too much in, otherwise it'll explode.
Oh, will it?
So while you're doing this,
I'll put the whole bottle in. Is that too much?
Oh, this is the perfect moment here. This is the perfect moment to say, what is your favourite life hack?
Yeah.
So basically, Kelly, I'm showing you a life hack that I've never tried before.
I got Thomas soda stream at Christmas, and I did a video on this. That's why I'm saying careful, because if you put too much,
I will be careful. I will be careful. Are you ready? Let's give it a go. I've put brand new gas in here. The last thing I want is to run out of gas live on the internet. So
someone said put the goggles on. Have you got your goggles on?
Right. Small bursts.
Thank God you're here, Kelly. This could be a disaster otherwise.
Oh, I'm going for it. I think it's going to work, Right.
It works.
I see what you mean. Help! Hold on a second.
Can I just say this is podcast?
I rescued that just in time. Jesus, right, I'm gonna take my soda stream out of the way now. in all the excitement, yeah. Well, thanks for your tip. So here we go. This is a very special champagne flute that I'm sure has some kind of emotional thing or sentimental value, but I've no idea what it is.
Can I just say? For legal reasons, don't do that without a supervising adult.
Yeah.
Don't do that without a life hack expert.
I tagged SodaStream in my video and they never replied, and I think it's because it says all over the internet, don't put wine or anything else apart from water in your SodaStream.
We'll just choose to ignore that.
Right. I'm going to have to bring this. I've put far too much food colouring in this, by the way, because it's almost black. It's like a Guinness. Oh, no, it is. I mean, I'm trying to get an angle on it that... I'll tell you what, I'll see if... Here we go. I've got it. I'll stick me phone torch through it so you can see the colour of it properly. Because I don't know if you've noticed, but I've changed the background of where I do this podcast from. I'm in the same place, but I've put a background up that makes me look like I'm in a cave. So I might change it again. For next week. But look.
Oh,
there we go. Right, here we go. I'm going to give it a test.
Bated breath.
It's all right. I mean, it's clearly fizzy wine, but yeah, it clearly demonstrates that prosecco isn't just fizzy wine, but yeah, it's all right. It's all right. I was expecting that, and the experiment we did last week with Buckfast went a lot worse.
Yeah, it does. It looks like very liquid.
It does actually, doesn't it? I'm very. Martine said she thought I was streaming from the woods. It does have a bit of a. This new I'm going to have to change the color of this backdrop because it does look a bit Blair Witch, doesn't it? Especially if I turn that light off there. It's gone very Blair Witch now, hasn't it?
But when I came on earlier and I joined the stream earlier on, the room was empty. It was just a black chair in a black room. And I thought, I've just dropped into his torture chamber.
Yeah.
That's it. I'm in the same room, but I think what it has done though, I was talking to Baz saying that it was a bit echoey. I think it's reduced a bit of that echo, so that's good. Right. Next up. Right, what we're going to do now. Sorry, go on.
Gillian's just put up Deirdre's prison cell.
That's fair. That's fair. Sorry. Martine said she's having 2001 MSN webcam chat flashback. So, okay, right. We're going to get on to some hot topics now. Regular viewers of this, people who've been with us since the start,
the fans,
they'll know that we have rules on it. We only have a couple of rules, and they are no politics, no religion. So we're not getting anything into that, anything controversial or anything divisive.
Yes.
I say we're not going to get controversial, but I do have some questions. Okay, so the first, I've got 4 questions. Not going to have time for all of them, so I'm just trying to think of the best one. Let's just go for that old favourite. Let's go for it. I want you, Kelly, first to talk us through your opinion of pineapple on a pizza.
I like it. The end. So that's not really that divisive for me because I like pineapple on a pizza. That's it. I don't think there's anything wrong with it, and I think there we go. People should eat it. It's like sweet corn as well. People are a bit weird with sweet corn on a pizza. I like chicken, pineapple, and sweet corn. Pizza is the nicest pizza.
Oh, so basically, you like the 3 things I think shouldn't be on a pizza.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. I mean, you say it's not divisive, but I think it is.
Well,
because I did a TikTok about that pineapple should never be on a pizza because you shouldn't have fruit on a pizza. And listen, hear me out, because I know some people are going to start talking tomatoes, so just hear me out on it. Because I actually said in the video, I said there should never be fruit on a pizza, and don't come at me to say that tomatoes are fruit, because if you put it in a fruit salad, you're going to piss people off, right? But people still came at me when you do know tomatoes are fruit. It was like, did you actually hear what I said?
Yeah,
don't come at me for that, because I was saying this to Baz the other way. I don't know if we did it on air but
I can't remember.
It was that phrase. God, yeah, could have been at that time last week. There's a saying which is, so knowledge is knowing that tomatoes are fruit. Wisdom is knowing not to. Which I think is just absolutely should not be. So I mean, that's like putting jam on a sausage just to pick something off the top of my head. It's wrong, and it should never be allowed.
Oh, no, that's nice. If you never had the jam from IKEA, that on meatballs. Ooh, that's nice.
Lingonberry.
Yeah, lingonberry jam on meatballs.
It does work, yeah.
Very nice. But however, Tom's decided to call me out in the comments and said, literally never seen you eat pineapple on a pizza.
So how does Tom feel about pineapple?
Look at her.
He hates pineapple on pizza. And we've been together 12 years. So like,
her husband's called.
But I do like, yes, I don't choose it every time. Like, I don't go, ooh, let's have some pineapple on my pizza. But I don't think there's anything wrong with having pineapple on a pizza.
I think it blows up the...
I'm about to put a comment from the chat on the screen.
I know which one it is.
That says that in comparison, don't get me wrong, I abhor pineapple on a pizza. But in comparison to this, pineapple's fine. Banana and condensed milk pizza, Portugal ones.
Wow.
Well, I mean, the thing is though, it's
what's the
bread,
world
isn't it?
coming to?
If that was mixed with tomato and pepperoni, yeah, that would be gross. But like, I've had a Nutella pizza when I was out once. Like, it's just dough, isn't it? So if you actually think of it in that way, it's not that disgusting. But if you think that it's also got like tomato sauce on it and pepperoni, and yeah, that is disgusting.
And cheese.
Yeah.
Anyway,
so we've got a question from Liv as well. We've got a question from Liv, which I don't know the answer to, but Liv is from Scandinavia. Apologies, Liv. I always forget which country in Scandinavia it is. Why do we call it pineapple, but the rest of the world calls it ananas or lananas? Go on, Kelly, answer that one. Why is that?
What?
It's not quiz night. It's all right. I'm only kidding. I'm going to move that back on because it's not quiz night.
Is that like other
Chloe says
speaking like their first language is English? They call it that.
No,
or is it
other
just
languages?
Other languages. All right. Okay.
Other languages. Right. So I think in summary, pineapple is wrong on pizza and should never be on there. Okay. So next one is I love the fact that nobody came back at me then, and it's
too scared.
I'm in charge. I'm in charge. What I say goes. Right. Here's one. Is leaving the toilet seat up impolite? Now, let me be clear on this one because I wrote this. I've got a very strong opinion on it. Okay. I'm not talking about leaving the lid up because some people think clearly the lid and everything should be down for hygiene reasons. I'm saying if the lid is up and somebody complains that the seat has been left up when they would prefer the seat to be down but the lid's still up, is that impolite?
Yes. But the reason that I don't have a strong opinion of it is because I don't have to deal with that because Tom never leaves the seat up. So it's not really part of my life. So it's like, well, it's just...
You hear a lot of people complaining that the seat's been left up. Yeah. And they don't mean the whole thing because clearly the whole thing should be shut. You should shut it immediately before you flush it as well. Don't Google that, by the way, because it's horrendous. But yeah, shut it, then flush it. Anyway, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about saying like, oh, it's impolite. Well, how selfish of it to leave it up. I was like, well, how selfish of it to leave it down? I have to move it once down, you know?
I do agree with that. What's wrong
with that?
It goes both ways, doesn't it? But yeah, no, I definitely did. I don't like it. I don't like having to touch it to put it down. But then I suppose people that use the toilet in that way have to.
I don't like touching it to lift it up.
Yeah, exactly.
So my opinion,
to be fair, I'm making an argument where there isn't one because I'm an adult and I can aim in that. That's quite a big space, so I don't need to lift it up. I'm not 7.
So it's officially a lid, right? The toilet seat is officially a lid.
I'd say so. Would you not?
Yeah. But you wouldn't put jam back in the fridge with the lid off if it's got a lid, would you? That's how I view it.
No, that's what I'm saying. Strictly speaking, the whole thing should be down. There's no debate on that. The whole thing should be down.
Also, if everyone in the world bought one of those soft closed lids, they're the best. You just have great fun with them as well.
They're a game changer. Soft closed lid toilets are an absolute game changer.
You flip it and walk off.
And the reason that's changed the game is because they're so much fun to watch close.
Yeah, exactly.
So you can guarantee that people are going to close them because they go, watch this. It's like Buck Rogers. Here we go.
They must have been designed for men just to have fun putting them down.
Exactly. Right. Okay. Here we go. This is the last one of these. This is quite a you'll from the way I phrase you'll get a very quick indication of my strong feelings on this subject.
Okay.
All right. It's not a question, it's a statement, okay? And I'd like to know if you would agree or disagree with it.
Okay.
Stop having turkey at Christmas and Thanksgiving. It's just shit chicken.
Nah.
See, I've got Baz nodding his head because it is just shit chicken.
But don't stop having it because that is Christmas. And if you can't, I don't understand when people have different meats at Christmas and have like beef and Like, oh no, you have turkey at Christmas, you put up with it and you eat it, and it's tradition. Everyone follows the tradition that you've always had from when you were a kid, and that is just what happens.
Yeah, even if you don't
like it.
I do like it because it's if you cook it right, it's not dry. But yeah.
But that's the thing, is like lots of other meats you can cook badly and are still superior to well-cooked turkey. That's my argument on that one. It's like, all day. And look, I'd have goose, I'd have lamb, I'd have beef, I'd have venison, I'd have anything. But turkey is just like, I mean, the missus insists on getting it as well, but at least I've called her down now. We just get a crown. We don't go the full shebang.
See, so my entire life, I've gone to my mum's. I'm like 36 now, and last year was the first time that I didn't go to mum's for Christmas, and did my own turkey. And I think, like, if Tom's still on, I think he'll agree that it went quite well. But it definitely wasn't as like moist and nice as my mum's turkeys at all. So I was like, yeah, this is probably why people don't like turkey, when it's not cooked properly. But luckily, my mum's always been really good at cooking turkey. But,
one of the best things about becoming a vegetarian is not having to eat turkey anymore.
That's a step too far. I'd rather eat turkey all day, to be honest. Right. And don't come at me, vegans.
No.
Sauce. Even my daughter. My daughter's a vegan, and she knows not to. I'm not one of those that's got really strong views about meat eating and stuff. I just really like it, and will never give it up. So that's it.
Yeah, I'm the same, but I don't eat dairy, so I say that I'm a vegan that eats meat.
There you go. Yeah. And if it wasn't for cheese being so lovely, I would join you in it.
100%.
Yeah. So, people are saying, wow.
It's controversial.
Diana said she was outvoted 6-1 and they made steak and crab. I'm going to Diane's for Christmas. Martine's having Chinese for Christmas.
Nice.
Chloe says she prefers turkey. Jen agrees with you. So again, I'm right. Okay, so let's move on to the next one. It's just the power, because I can literally turn because do you disagree with me, Baz? Do you? Oh, he's gone. Look, Kelly, do you disagree with me? No. So okay, so we're definitely so turkey should be banned from Christmas. Yeah. Okay. Perfect. Okay, that was decided while you were gone. So I don't know what happened there. I think you might have lost. I think you might have lost connection or something.
I love turkey.
Okay, so I like the country, and believe it or not, I said a number of. Here's a very quick story about Turkey. I've had experience of Turkish football fans at several football tournaments, and decided not to ever visit Turkey in my entire life. Then 12 months ago, a Turkish surgeon in Turkey saved my daughter's life, and now I love the place. So turn around. That's all it took. Right. So I've got a bowl here. I've got 2 bowls now we're going to play with. And I showed these to Kelly before. These are bowls that are made from coconuts, which sound like a cute idea. And my wife bought these for kind of for Instagram. I can post a video, post a picture of me breakfast and all this kind of stuff. Yeah. Well, let me just demonstrate why they're stupid. It's moving. Ridiculous. Anyway, we'll move on to more important matters. One of these says, right, we're going to do a game of Would You Rather. I've got some Would You Rathers in here, and we'll see where we go with it. So I'm going to go to Kelly first, and then we can chip in if need be. If not, we'll just move on to the next one. So, Kelly.
Okay. Yes.
Oh, I read these before they went into the pot, and I was hoping I wouldn't have to ask you this one, but I've drawn it out now. So please forgive me, because I know your dog is a beautiful, beautiful dog.
Okay. Oh, I've lost you.
On a lonely. Oh, am I back?
Yeah, you're
yeah, you're back.
Marooned on a lonely island On a lonely island, would you rather eat your dead friend or kill your dog and eat it?
Well, that's just a harsh question.
Eat my dead friend.
No hesitation. Not even a hint of hesitation.
Absolutely no question.
Let me rephrase the question. I'm gonna go rogue and re-ask it. Would you rather eat? Would you rather kill and eat your husband or your dog?
Husband. Just her little deal with it. Like killing Tom, it would be a bit different because like he probably just like
he says it's the correct answer as well.
Yeah. The correct answer. Yeah, good. Yeah, no, and I know it would be the other way around. He would kill me and eat me rather than kill Luna and eat her. So we're both.
Well, my nephew's. It appears from the comment section that my nephew's found me on Twitch. I didn't know he knew I was here, but anyway, he says he says a very good point actually that there's more meat on a human.
How practical.
Yeah,
exactly. I like that. Good thinking.
Yeah, Tom saying kill me, I demand it. So yeah.
No, that's fair. That's fair. So yeah, to Archie's point, it says there's more meat on a human. Firstly, I think that's logical, and secondly, that means that if because Archie's my nephew, if Archie and I are ever stranded on a desert island, I'm going to kill him first. So it's a good warning that he's put on there. Okay, next one. I'm going to go to Baz with this one. Would you rather visit 100 years in the past or 100 years in the future?
Oh, I think I would rather go into the past, just because I think it was a gentler time, and judging on the course taken at the moment, I think the future is going to be not very nice, even if you just base it on.
Are you listening, Archie? The future's you're doomed. It's going to be awful, man.
Plus, look at me.
We won't be here for that long.
I fit much better in the past anyway, so look at me.
Exactly, mate. I reckon you'd look amazing with a ruff. That's that beard with a ruff is what I'm seeing. So I know that's more than 100 years, but what about you, Kelly? 100 years back or forward?
I think back, just purely because I like history, and it would be like to go back and be like, oh wow, this how this is. Whereas like 100 years in the future, you might get there and like nothing's changed because everything's been invented already, and it's just like there's no flying cars and everything's just boring. Where at least in the past you can go back and be like, oh, like I remember this. Let's go and see that. And so I think
you said everything's been invented already. Didn't somebody say that something like 80, 90, 100 years ago or something like that? I'm sure at some point. I'm sure there's somebody who was quoted as saying that, like literally, like long time ago. Jen says go backwards because in 100 years time we'll still be in lockdown.
1920s, the flappers and all that. Yeah, definitely.
Before the war.
But would you have to live?
Pubs were shut then as well.
Because I wouldn't like to live through World War II. Because I think we're all competent now, but I think living through it was probably slightly worse.
Although to be
the pubs were open.
The people who lived through it speak. I don't mean the war itself, obviously. I mean the people who lived through the war spoke about the community and togetherness, and they were and all that. Okay, would you rather run at 100 miles an hour or fly at 10 miles an hour?
Ooh.
Or would you have the ability to do either?
Well, I know I'd like to fly at 10 miles an hour because flying would be real cool, right? You could.
I agree, because running, you're still gonna have to like go around things, so you'd still have to take the long route. Whereas if I wanted to go to McDonald's, it would take me like a while to like run round. Whereas it's just across a field, so if I could fly, then I would just have to go up, and then I would be there.
I love Kelly. Look, I love you. We are friends and all this kind of stuff. But I love the fact that you've got that straight from a fantastical superbar back down to how quick can I get to McDonald's? Do you know what I mean?
pretty much how my life works, really.
Well, for my money, I mean, to be fair, the comment section is full of people saying fly. Mm-hmm. But to my money, 10 miles an hour isn't much faster than floating. And I mean, can you imagine if you just go like, look, oh my God, look, there's somebody flying through the sky. And then about 2 minutes later, you say,
they're still flying.
Far, though, I was like, how long is he taking to go there? Has he stopped? Do you know what I mean?
Because, like, you know how when certain places you've got to drive at 10 miles an hour, like there's a race course next to us that you've got to drive at 10 miles an hour, and I physically can't do it. Like, I don't even think my car can drive at 10 miles an hour. Just like my foot just can't do it because it just feels so slow. So yeah, flying at that pace is, I could run faster, like faster than that, I think.
You can, yeah.
You can run 10 miles an hour?
Yeah.
Probably, can you? I don't know.
Well, you walk at 5, you could run about 15 or 12 to 15, can't you?
Yeah.
15 miles an hour?
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah, I'm not saying you could do it forever.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna pick a good one now, because I think we'll move on to some. We'll do one more Would You Rather, and then we'll do what I'm going to call last orders.
Oh, okay.
Which is quick fire 30-second question. Yeah, that's rubbish.
Did you write these?
I got them off the internet, but I did select which ones I wanted and then cut them up. So I quite possibly could have got rid of the crap ones, couldn't I? Okay. Would you rather eat pizza for a year or no pizza for a year?
Oh, that doesn't sound like a very good choice.
I would have to say no.
All right. Okay. Would you rather eat only pizza for a year or never eat pizza again?
That sounds more like
right,
it.
Yeah. That's a bit better.
I've upgraded it.
I couldn't never eat pizza ever again. Like, there's just no way. I would eat it every day for a year. I think, yeah.
Yeah, because it's only for 1 year, right?
Yeah. No pizza.
Okay, well, let's get philosophical. At what point does it change? Where's the tipping point? So 2 years? 2 years or never again?
Ooh.
Like every day, like, but what are the parameters?
Yeah.
So like
every day, every meal, 3 times a day. 3 times a day for 2 years. I'm
assuming you could have a different pizza for each one of those meals. We're getting technical on this.
And to Kelly's point of, you know, there's of opportunity with pizzas. You can have fruit. You can have not have fruit. You can have condensed milk.
As long as it was on a pizza base, you can eat it.
Curry.
Yeah. To be fair, with the way that I am, I think if I ate pizza nonstop for a week, I would like be in hospital. So I don't think my body would be able to take it. I'd be in constant pain. So yeah, probably wouldn't be a good idea. I think I would have to give it up forever, which technically I might have to do because I'm intolerant to yeast. So, which I found out recently, interesting fact. So I might have to give up pizza forever. But yeah.
Hold on, I have a question. So we've just done this whole this philosophical kind of.
Oh, I've lost him.
Oh, it's a real kind of.
Sorry, but you were static then.
You were frozen.
So yeah. So the question was all about: would you rather have pizza every day for 2 years or never eat pizza again? And then, after really struggling with it at a 2 years basis, you came out with you're intolerant to yeast.
So technically, I should never eat pizza again. I love pizza.
Yeah,
though.
exactly.
No way.
That was your get out of jail free card.
I deal with the consequences. There's no way I could not eat pizza.
Which makes your dedication even more.
Yeah.
That's why we got the.
I do appreciate that kind of that level of dedication to pizza, and also, as we said before, your dedication to the how quick you can get to a McDonald's.
Yeah, it's all about food.
But to be fair, going back to the McDonald's one, you were saying that you'd rather float. I'm calling it float because, frankly, 10 miles an hour is not flying. So float for 10 miles an hour over a field. How far does that road go that 100 miles miles an hour running is slower than field.
But the thing is though, if you think how good are you at like maneuvering at 100 miles an hour? Because I'd be like banging into people's houses. I'd be like do you have really good coordination when you're running at 100 miles an hour? Because like I freak out like driving 100 miles an hour. Not that I ever have, because obviously that's against the speed limit. But like if I ran at 100 miles an hour, there's just no way.
I love the fact that you've put your own restrictions on this mythical 100-mile-an-hour running thing. You've decided you can't turn any.
Yeah. Someone's made a very valid point in the comments, by the way, saying, "Isn't there yeast in IPA?" Yes, there is. There's yeast in most alcohol. Why? Yeah. So really, all I should drink is gin, and there still hasn't been enough research to see whether there's any yeast in gin as well. So I'm fucked no matter what. So
they have to do research to find the ingredients of gin. Is that a thing?
It's the fermenting process. So they don't so clear spirits like gin and vodka, but any sort of fermented alcohol would have natural yeast in it.
Well, there you go. Right. So now we're going to move on to quick fire questions. So I haven't got a timer, but I want 30-second answers out of these. So I'm going to come to Baz first, and the first question is, is that the same? Is that Would You Rathers? No, mate. I've gone into the wrong coconut. I'm gonna have to change coconuts. Okay, here we go. So Baz, your question is, if you had to eat only, that's
pizza.
That was that was eating a meal, same meal for the rest of your life. That was too similar. Okay, who was your childhood actor/actress crush?
I've had so many. I would say,
was it Charlie Chaplin?
I'm old, but not that old. Throw me now. God, that's a tough one, isn't it? I could have told you that. Well, I'm going to try. 30 seconds. Childhood. Probably.
You can think for 29 seconds and answer in one if you want.
Well, I'm going to do that now. So I was a big fan of Ali McGraw at the time when I was younger for some reason.
I don't even know who that is.
Oh, she was in Love Story.
Neither do I, Kelly.
Okay. I'm the only one here in my 50s, so.
I was hoping the answer would. Baz, you might as well have said Sarah from Next Door when I was a kid.
Who's yours, Kelly?
I don't know. Like, I'm trying to think, like, actor-wise, because it was like Gary Barlow, singer-wise, when I was younger. Loved, I was obsessed with Take That.
I still am.
Yeah, well, yeah, I am. So yeah, I can't think. Leonardo DiCaprio. I think someone else said that as well. So I think Leo said that. When Titanic came out, Brad Pitt, George Clooney, kind of all those classics of the 90s.
Who would be yours, Michael?
An insight into the type of teenager I was, but
is it DJ Barlow?
No, that's nepotism. No, it would be Erica Eleniak from
yes. Baywatch.
From Baywatch.
No idea who that is.
So yeah, that's pretty route one for a teenage boy, isn't it? You know what I mean? It's like the lady in the swimsuit every Saturday night. So
she also jumped out of a cake in a very famous movie.
I don't know who she is.
Right. So okay. So your next one is this is a relatively serious one. It had to happen at some point.
Yeah.
What's the best piece of advice you've ever been given?
I'm like so rubbish at questions like this. Like I really am. Like I can never remember.
Okay, Kelly. While you're thinking, I'll give you more than 30 seconds. While you're thinking, I realised I've I've neglected the comment section for too long, so I'm going to go through. So while you're thinking, I'm going to go through who people's crushes were.
My Google.
So we've got Tom Selleck, Leonardo DiCaprio, Natalie Portman, Fox Mulder, Rob Lowe, Under Siege.
Definitely Rob Lowe.
So can I just point out the movie where Eric Elliott jumped out of a cake was Under Siege. Tom got that.
Oh, Under Siege, yeah. Oh, yeah, that's Tom.
Tom's in trouble when this Tom's in trouble when this podcast finishes.
I'm sure he didn't make the film. I'm sure he just watched it.
He's good. He's good.
He very clearly knows this moment where Erica Eleniak jumped out of a cake.
Was he the casting director? That's more important.
So,
live life.
So yeah, one thing I do. So sorry, we said we'd come back to you. So we were gonna finish with that, but I've decided we're gonna finish with you, Kelly, because I said we were gonna come back to you, and we never did. We got carried away.
Yeah.
So one thing I want, while we're talking about famous people, one thing I want to talk to you about is how American people think you sound like Adele.
Oh, look at this.
What a catch. What a catch that is.
You say Adele's name, she will appear.
No, yeah. It's like my halo's just literally slipped and I caught it. Right. Oh God. Everything's happening.
Yeah, so how did that
Sorry, don't mind me. Carry on, Kelly. It's all right. Don't be concerned.
Fine. Yeah, I honestly don't know. I think so. Some people said it's more the tone of my voice because I think I've got quite a deep-ish lady voice.
Great description.
I don't know if that's a thing, but yeah. So I think it's more the tone. But yeah, the comments from anyone that isn't English on that video is I thought it was Super Nanny, who has like the most Cockney London accent ever. Adele, who again is a Cockney. So I think it's just they can't tell the Geordie accent from any other English accent. And I do speak a bit weird. So when I do like videos, I kind of put on my slightly posh Geordie accent.
You go all telephone.
Yeah, I put my telephone voice on. But yeah, it's just like so many saying I had to find the original one because I thought this was Adele. Like I'm just a million messages saying that they think that I sound like Adele. It's just crazy.
There could be worse people to be compared to.
Well, yeah, I mean, like it's a huge compliment. However, if they ever actually heard me sing, they would realise that I am nothing like Adele.
Neither am I.
It's an odd one, isn't it? Because I mean, I did a TikTok about Americans. No, I say Americans. I will generalize because that was about me generalizing that they were generalizing. That was the irony.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think we all speak with the same Harry Potter and all that kind of stuff. Do you know what I mean? And it's like, and they can't seem to distinguish between accents that we and like I said on that is like I've travelled a fair bit and I've never seen anywhere where accents change in such a small area. Because I'm from a town called Bury, just north of Manchester. Have I got that on?
No,
I do. Look, there you go.
Oh, he does.
I'm from a town called Bury. I'm from a town called Bury, just north of Manchester.
It's the non-inverted one as well.
Mate, I only put it on because it's green, but there you go. It worked perfectly. I'm from, and like Bury borders Bolton. It's got a completely different accent. There's a completely different accent. Wigan borders like kind of. It might not border, but Wigan's very close to like Widnes and St Helens. Very different accent. You go to Liverpool, which isn't far, completely different accent, and that's what. People in America can. I know there are a load of different accents in America, but there are hundreds of miles between the accents. Yeah. Generally, do you know what I mean? Americans can pick out little bits.
Yeah.
We're not just talking about. I say Bury and Bolton. They use different words, different. It sounds very, very different. It's insane in the UK that you can pick it all out, but. apparently it can't be heard, not from the UK.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it just we all sound the same if you're not from the UK.
I think it's funny when you're doing a live occasion and someone says, "Oh, are you American?" And I'm like, "Really?"
I thought you were American.
Yeah. Well, whilst you're talking,
To be fair,
you just look like
there is some people.
You look like ZZ Top Baz. That's what it is.
there you go.
There is people I follow that do a lot of lip syncing, and then when they actually speak, I'm just like, whoa!
It's mind blowing, isn't it?
Realize that you were American or you were English or yeah.
I remember a girl. I remember the girl I followed early on in my TikToking, who did a lot of who did a lot of lip syncing of Tig Fleming. So you know Tig Fleming, the Irish guy who did the "Whose Horse Is That?" and that, and he did the you know, Derry, you know, with the bat flying around in the room. That's where he was famous before he got to TikTok. But anyway, she does an awful lot, or she certainly did do an awful lot of lip syncing of him. And then I heard her speaking her own voice, and she's American. I was just like, what? How is that even possible?
Yeah,
anyway, back to you, Kelly. We're going to wrap this up in about 5 or 10 minutes. But it's lovely to have a guest on. Thank you very much. I've really enjoyed it. But what I want to do is I want to ask a few more questions about you. So tell us a bit more about you. So people know the life hack thing. People know the Amazon thing that you do on your account. If you don't, go along to Kelly's TikTok at the Life Bath. People know the iPhone, all that kind of stuff. But tell us about you.
Shopaholic. What is there to tell? That
well, can I ask you a question then? So what essentially is the Life Bath? How did it come about?
So the Life Bath name started 9-10 years ago because I wanted to do a blog. So I got really into all of the YouTubers and the like the beauty YouTubers 10 years ago. But I just never did it myself, never went to do it. And then I started a blog. So I had a blog for a few years and I called it the Life Bath. Me and Tom just came up with the name of, so it was meant to be, or it's about soaking up life. So the like bath, like being in a bath, soaking up life, the Life Bath sort of thing. And then the name is just sort of stuck. So it was a blog. And then just before lockdown, I turned it into more of a business. So I sell like on online boutiques. So I sell T-shirts and women's clothing and all sorts of things like that. And then I joined TikTok. So I just carried over the name on all of my social media. So yeah, it's just always been the Life Bath.
Good marketing.
Yeah, I'm building my brand. I'm listening to a lot of Gary V.
Me too.
Audio books at the moment. So yeah, building my personal brand. But yeah, so that was
brilliant. So what do you? So again, and more about you. It's like, so apart from TikTok and your online boutique and stuff,
what else do I do?
No. Just I'm really interested because there's a couple of things I want to ask you. One is because obviously Baz and I are you, and certainly before March last year, aren't the typical demographic of a TikToker.
Yeah.
So, because clearly, and like when I told my mates at first, oh, I'm on TikTok and I'm do this, that, and the other, they're like, isn't that for like teenagers lip syncing and dancing and all that kind of stuff? So,
still like that.
Clearly, March last year, lockdown changed everything. But I just want kind of your. I'm trying to think of a less wanky phrase than your journey, but
journey.
I can't. So from joining TikTok to where you are now, what happened? How did it happen? What were the key events and what went through your head?
Yeah, well, because of like the blog and because of everything, I'm been addicted to social media for years, like absolute years. I love tech, I love mobile phones, and it kind of was Instagram. I did a lot of my fashion-y poses of looking wistfully into the distance when we're on holiday and Tom getting completely sick of having to take a million photographs of me. Instagram husband. And then when lockdown started happening, like a few people had I'd heard TikTok, and I was like, well, it's a social media I'm not on, and I downloaded it. So Tom might have downloaded it before me, but I downloaded it, couldn't work it out, couldn't understand how it worked or anything, and then just had it on my phone and was just like, all right, okay. And then I saw a lot more of the lip syncing videos, and I thought, oh, I'll try that. So that's how my account started. Was if you go back on mine, I don't talk for a while on my TikTok, and then I just felt more and more comfortable to make more sort of funnier videos that had my voice in. And then I just thought, well, I'll just talk about everything I kind of have always wanted to talk about if I'd done a YouTube, and talk about things I buy a lot of shit, so that was very easy. And it just kind of snowballed into, all right, well, my Amazon videos seem to be doing really well, so I'll make more of them. And then I started enjoying it, and then I had a few that sort of blew up, and then I got to like 1,000 followers, and I was like, that's amazing. And then it got to 10,000 followers, and it was just, that was crazy. And then because I had the odd video that went mental, like my iPhone video went more crazy in this form of followers than this life hack one. This life hack one's just been more spread out and kind of more heard of, whereas that iPhone video, I got like 20,000 followers in the space of like 2 days. So there's just the odd video that just goes crazy, and then you get followers, and then now it just slowly, every day I'll kind of get 100 followers a day, and it just has slowly built up. But it's purely just from me being myself, which I never felt like I could be on anything else. Like on Instagram, I had too many people from the real world that I thought they wouldn't get what I was like, the blog world that I was doing. And then it just felt a bit weird. And I still feel like that. I still don't post a lot of my stuff on Instagram, and I have my Instagram for the business the majority of the time. And probably I would do better on there if I was more personable on there as well. But yeah, that's kind of, and then it just organically grew, and it just went a bit crazy.
Have you gained any sort of lifelong friends through here? Because obviously myself and Mike never knew each other on here before this. I think it's one of those platforms where you can connect with people so readily. You do create really good friendships on here. Yeah,
definitely. Well, like Mike, like I definitely feel that like we could just talk and like be like good mates. And then there's loads of people that I'll message, and we'll talk. There's like another few TikTokers that are from Newcastle that we've like been like, oh, we can like meet up in town when everything goes back to normal, and like that's nice. So yeah, there's a lot of people that I've found through TikTok. It has also completely ruined my life in the sense that I stopped rolling on it. Like I'll go to bed and hours will pass, and I just get hyper focused, and just that's all I can do, and it just doesn't stop, and I'm just like I can't stop. So yeah, in that sense, I've just became even more addicted to my phone.
And how's your body clock gone with it? Has it got out? Is it completely out of sync?
Yeah, I've always been a night owl. I've always stayed up really, really late. Tom is as well. Like we both are. Like stupidly night owls, but you still have to get up for work in the morning at the normal time. So yeah, it's kind of, I end up going to sleep at silly o'clock in the morning when I've gone to bed at a decent time.
Well, that's mine and Mike's commonality, is that we both haven't worked since lockdown began. So I'm 13 months now.
Really?
But first day tomorrow, and I'm a little bit scared about it, I've got to be honest.
Are you like work from home or like back into a workplace? Or
I've got a work meeting tomorrow, which I've got to drive 92 miles for, leaving at 8, and I'm like, I haven't done that for 13 months.
Oh yeah, luckily. So I changed jobs right at the beginning of lockdown, and I was put on gardening leave, so I actually had 4 weeks off during the first lockdown. So I've got lovely memories of that time, because it was just being off and like baking and not doing anything. But then went back to work. But my job has been working from home for the past 3.5, 4 years, so it didn't really affect my job because I always work from home.
So I've just seen a post here, which is for all of us. Want to become famous? Buy followers, primes, and viewers on big follows.
No, you're right.
We've been spammed.
Okay, Charlie. Thanks for your concern. IK1K2K3LR1R184. Nice. I'm surprised that username was still available. To be fair, they've done well to get hold of that one.
Yeah, we've got.
Thanks for that. I'm all right. Thanks. But yeah, I mean, it is honestly the other week, the other week, I was feeling a bit. Well, I say the other week. It was Thursday. It was the day after our lockdown lock-in last week, which was carnage. So I'd been struggling all day, and I was like, Emma, it's 9 o'clock. I've got the fear. I need to go to bed. So I went to bed at 9 o'clock, and I closed my eyes to try to get to sleep at 2:30.
Yeah. Oh, that's pretty much every night for me. Like, it's ridiculous.
I bet you're like me. As you go to bed, you're still scrolling on your phone as you go up the stairs.
Oh yeah.
When I get into bed, I thought I'll just have a quick look.
Yeah.
Then it's 9 in the morning.
Yeah, it's crazy. But no, Baz, good luck for tomorrow. I know it'll be very strange. Because even though I've been working, I've also just been in this room for the last 30 months, and usually I would be at events and I would be traveling to London and back and doing like lots of things. And the thought of doing that now is like, oh God, that's a little bit scary. And I used to drive to meetings and drive all over the place. So yeah.
I'm sure I'll be fine. I'll just take lots of coffee with me.
Yeah.
All good. Right. I think we're going to wrap it up there because much as I'm enjoying it, I think we've got to I don't want it to turn into what happened last week. So, that just went on forever. And like I say, when I was pulling the YouTube highlights through together for last week, I had to lose the entire last hour because it was shameful.
I don't even remember the last hour.
Exactly. And do you know what? That's why I cut it off, because I never want to remember it again. So anyway, thank you so much for joining us, Kelly.
Loved it. Thank you very much for having me.
Thank you so much. Honestly, I've really enjoyed this. We'll definitely have you back on the quiz. I'll be in touch. We'll get you back on the quiz, and we'll have a good night on TikTok. So if you are on TikTok, Baz is my petrol emotion. I'm dad.dancer. Kelly is the life bath. I do a quiz every Friday night at 9 p.m. UK and Ireland time.
GMT.
This week, well, it's not GMT for too much longer. That's why I'm saying the UK and Ireland time. And this week we're up against a guy who's he's a lexicographer and an English teacher, so I'm going to need all the help I can get.
We're going to be. Don't worry.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you to everyone who contributed in the comment section. Thanks for everyone who watched. And again, thanks, Kelly. Thanks, Baz. We'll see you next time. Okay.